Whenever it's time for you to get intimate with your partner, if you know what I mean, do you feel like you're always in your head? Like you're not really there, you're not really present? Well, don't worry, my love. Today, we are going to overcome that because I'm gonna give you 5 tips to cultivate more intimacy in the bedroom. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. I am Joanna Sanchez, a life coach here to help you step into your power and create your dream life. Tip number 1, in order for you to become intimate with your partner in the bedroom, you must be intimate with yourself first. What does this even mean? Intimacy with myself? Yes, you heard that right. How can you expect for your partner to know what you like in the bedroom if you haven't even explored that within yourself first? It's important for you to understand, how does my body work? What does my body like? Do I prefer more passion in the bedroom? Do I prefer more kinkiness in the bedroom? Do I prefer a mix of both? It's so significant for you to understand that with yourself first. Now, self-intimacy is not just in the bedroom. Intimacy with yourself is a form of self-love, a form of understanding who you are, a form of connecting with your inner being, your inner self, your soul. It's about understanding what are your triggers, what are your traumas that are now transferring over into the way that you create intimacy in the bedroom. In our body, we hold shame. Yes, that's right. From years and years and years of multiple micro traumas or traumas, things such as being told that we're too fat or we're too skinny, someone calling us ugly, maybe as we were growing up, or not feeling good enough, or not feeling pretty enough. All of these different types of beliefs that were imposed on us created this shame in our body. And that is why you're finding yourself so rigid, so tense when it's time to create intimacy with your partner. The level of intimacy that you create with yourself is the level of intimacy you're going to be able to create with your partner. If you have a fear of intimacy, I invite you to create intimacy with yourself first, and that will automatically shift your relationship with intimacy in the bedroom. So tip number 1, create intimacy with yourself first. Tip number 2, eye gazing. I talked about this in my previous video on gazing into your eyes in the mirror to create intimacy with yourself. Well, this is also another great exercise to do with a partner. So instead of eye gazing in the mirror, you're gonna take the mirror out and you're gonna place your partner right in front of you. There's so much power when you connect through the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And when you can connect to somebody by looking straight into their eyes, you can feel their energy. You can feel their essence, who they really are. Sit in a either crisscross applesauce in front of each other, hold each other, and just stare into each other's eyes before you even do anything. Do that for 5 minutes. And afterwards, give each other room and space to speak to each other, to communicate what it was that you noticed in their eyes when you were looking at them. I myself was somebody that also was holding on to a lot of shame. And this exercise with myself in the mirror and then with my partner has really helped me become more aware of where that shame was coming from or how my body would react to self-intimacy or intimacy with my partner. And the more that I practice gazing into the eyes of my partner while also gazing into my own eyes, the more that that shame started to release and the more safe I started to feel in my body. That is what intimacy with yourself and with a partner is. It's feeling safe in your body in order to be able to be present and grounded in your body to then partake in intimate activities. So tip number 2, eye gazing together to see each other. Tip number 3, don't focus on an end result. Okay, that is the problem with a lot of people and a lot of couples when they go into intimate activities. They find themselves just focusing on the end goal, climaxing, getting it over with, and then just laying there, right? That creates a lot of lack of intimacy. It's not giving you the opportunity to explore each other's bodies, to bask in the energy of love that exists in the present moment. It's almost like, what's next, what's next, what's next? This is something that we see in our society a lot. we have a lot of instant gratification. We're always focused on the next move. If you're anything like me, that's how you are. You're always focused on the next thing. And I noticed in my past as well, how that would translate into the bedroom, and then I would feel unfulfilled because it was almost like everything was rushed, right? We already live in a rushed environment in our day-to-day life, having to do so many things. So we can eliminate that by practicing presence in the bedroom. And then you'll also notice how practicing presence in the bedroom and slowing down and not really focusing on the end result will then also start to help you in other aspects of your life, not really focusing on the end result. So I invite you, cultivate presence with each other. Explore each other's bodies from the head to the toes without needing to have any penetration. Just exploring each other, kissing each other, exploring what sensations in the body feel the best. Everyone's body is very different. So when you get to explore with your partner, because you've also explored with yourself, and you can communicate that to your partner, it becomes a very, very fun, intimate activity that isn't focused on an end result. So tip number 3, don't focus on an end result. Release those expectations. Enjoy the presence of one another. Tip number 4 to create more intimacy in the bedroom. Breathing together. Listen. This is such a powerful exercise to do with your partner. I invite you to push yourself past your comfort zone and to bring it up and communicate with your partner. This is something that you want to try. I know it may seem a little bit weird because we're not really taught this, right? But I invite you to open up that communication and space, because I promise you, breathing together will change everything. Your breath is life force. Your breath helps you become more grounded in your body. In our day-to-day life, like I said, we're always rushing. So our breath is always very like we're not taking full breaths. We're not bringing oxygen into the body. That creates anxiety. It creates stress in the body. It puts us in our fight or flight. So when you can practice breathing with your partner as your bodies are moving together, or even before you get into any intimate activities, just sitting with one another and breathing together, feeling into that life force, feeling your body increase with oxygen. It grounds you into your body. It helps you feel safe in your body in order to then proceed with being present in those intimate activities. So I invite you to breathe with your partner. Go at the same rhythm. As you both breathe in, you both breathe out. You can start with nice and slow breaths together, and then as things start to spice up, go into some fast breathing, and I promise you, you will feel like you are in a state of ecstasy, in a state of bliss. Your pleasure will start to increase. You won't be so much in your head, you will be in your body. It will feel amazing. Trust me, try it out. And let me know how it goes, because it's gonna be so good. And tip number 5, communicate with your partner how you feel. Especially as a woman, you are always feeling different, especially through all the different cycles that we go through in a month, right? We are cyclical beings. In the month, we go through 4 different cycles, right? As we're going through our menstrual cycle. So we have hormones that are fluctuating. We have different emotions at times. Sometimes we want to get freaking crazy. We want to get wild. Other times we just want to be gentle. We want passion. So before you go into an intimate activity with your partner, communicate with them how you feel. Today, I'm feeling like I just want passion and I want to be gentle. Men love that when you can guide them and help them understand you better, because then that helps them be able to lead you, right? Which will feel so good for you because you can just lay back, be in your feminine receptive energy, and allow the activity to take place. Now, communication is not just in the bedroom. When you communicate outside of the bedroom, things that come up through your day-to-day, it increases your intimacy outside of the bedroom, which guess what? It's going to increase your intimacy inside of the bedroom. So I invite you to create that intimacy with yourself. Understand, what are your traumas from your past? What are your childhood traumas? What are your relationship traumas from your past? How are those traumas affecting the way you communicate with your partner now? How are those traumas from your past affecting the way that you hold space for your partner, the way that you express to your partner. It's so important to become aware of these things. And as a life coach, that's what I help you do. I help you go deep into these childhood traumas or into these relationship traumas and really overcome them so that you understand where they're coming from, but you also release them from your body. And then you can have that open communication with your partner, with friendships, with everyone. But for the case of this video, with your partner, it helps you really, really open up to your partner. And when you can open up to your partner, it also gives them permission to open up and to go a little bit deeper within them, their own self, to understand their own traumas and their own triggers. So this is so important. Communication, communication, communication outside of the bedroom as well as inside of the bedroom. Inside of the bedroom, you already know, you communicate with how do you like it? What do you want? Does that feel good? Does that not feel good? I don't know about you, but in my past, I used to just let it happen and I would feel these intuitive nudges to express what it was that I wanted. Like, no, I don't like that. That's too fast, or that doesn't feel good. But I felt like I couldn't express myself. I felt like I didn't know how to communicate because I didn't know how to communicate with my own self. I didn't have that intimacy with my own self. So of course it went into the bedroom, but I didn't have that ability to express. It's very uncomfortable to express at times, especially if you have trauma from your past where you were shunned down and you really didn't have a voice, right? So being able to open up that communication in the bedroom, even if it feels icky, even if it feels weird to express what it is that you like in that moment, it really does help you open up your throat chakra, which is all about communication and speaking your truth. It really does help you open this up so that you can speak up more and increase not only just your communication with your partner, but your communication with everyone around you. And just for you today, I'm giving you a bonus tip. Boop, 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 boop. Today's bonus tip to have more intimacy in the bedroom is drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. One of my favorite tips. Set an intention before you get intimate. What does this mean? You know how we have goals? We're like, yeah, I'm gonna achieve this goal by this day. Intentions are almost like goals, but energetic. Where do you want the energy of this intimate activity to go? Is there maybe an intention to explore more pleasure together? Is there an intention to cultivate more depth together? Is there an intention to share love together? Is there an intention to allow your partner to be in the masculine while you are in the feminine, receiving while he's giving? Is there an intention to just get freaky with it and go freaking wild? What is the intention of the energy that you want to bring to this intimate setting? This will be so important because intention guides energy. You will notice that if you set an intention before that intention, almost 10 out of 10 will happen. Intentions will make it so much more juicier, so much more pleasure filled, so much more exciting to actually see the magic of energetics in the container of you guys getting intimate. So 5 tips with a bonus tip on how to be more intimate in the bedroom. 1, intimacy with yourself. Tip 2, eye gazing together to see each other. Tip 3, do not focus on end results. Be present. Tip 4, breathing together at the same rhythm. Tip 5, communication inside and outside of the bedroom. And bonus tip, set an intention before you begin your intimate activity. If you like this video, go ahead and press that like button, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what was your aha moment and which one of the tips you are going to try today. It's gonna be so juicy, it's gonna be so good.